What is going on at Xbox? Just when it looked like Xbox was finally getting back on track after last week's showcase, we are now hearing some very bad news. Xbox is reportedly facing massive layoffs, and the biggest news of them all is that 3 major studios could be in serious trouble. According to reports, Double Fine, Compulsion Games, and Ninja Theory are all facing possible closure. However, all 3 studios are reportedly in negotiations with Xbox to possibly spin off and become independent studios. And honestly, this is not good news for Xbox at all. Last week, Xbox had what seemed like a successful showcase under new CEO Asha Sharman. A lot of people thought this was the beginning of a new era for Xbox. The idea was that Xbox could finally bring the brand back, become one of the biggest gaming publishers by 2030, and possibly return to making more first-party games exclusive again. But now, just days later, it feels like everything is starting to backfire. In a recent interview, Matt Booty said that Xbox's exclusivity strategy will still be handled on a case-by-case basis. And honestly, that sounds almost exactly like what Phil Spencer was saying back in 2024. So even with new leadership, Xbox still seems to be sending mixed messages. Are Xbox games exclusive? Are they going multi-platform? Are they coming to PlayStation? Are they staying on Xbox? Right now, nobody really knows. The most confusing part of this whole situation is Ninja Theory. Just last week, Ninja Theory revealed a brand new game called Senua, and now that same studio is reportedly facing possible closure or a spin-off. So now the big question is, what happens to that game? Does it get cancelled? Does Microsoft hand it over to another developer? Or does Ninja Theory continue working on it independently under a new publisher? And let's be real, if Ninja Theory does become independent, that game could most likely end up going multi-platform, including PS5. But right now, the future of that project is very uncertain. To me, this shows that Xbox is still dealing with the consequences of years of confusing decisions, massive acquisitions, and mixed messaging. I still blame a lot of this mess on the Phil Spencer era. Xbox bought Bethesda, then they bought Activision Blizzard. They picked up so many studios and publishers that Xbox became huge, but also much harder to manage. Buying studios is one thing, taking care of them is another. And now, it feels like some of these studios are paying the price. We also have to talk about the Xbox insiders and gaming commentators who praised every single move Xbox made over the years. A lot of them acted like these acquisitions were automatically going to save Xbox. They said Game Pass would change everything. They said buying Activision Blizzard would make Xbox unstoppable. But now, we are seeing the other side of that strategy. If you buy too much too fast, eventually you have to manage all of it. And clearly, Xbox is struggling with that right now. Unfortunately, this is not just an Xbox problem. This is part of a much bigger problem in the gaming industry. Developers are facing layoffs, studios are closing, games are getting more expensive to make, consoles are becoming more expensive, and with tariffs, inflation, and rising hardware costs, gaming is becoming harder for many people to afford. The Nintendo Switch 2 is reportedly going up to $499 on September 1st, and even then, it could still be cheaper than some Xbox Series 10 and PS5 models. That is a problem. Gaming used to be expensive, but now it feels like it is becoming too expensive for the average person. And if Xbox and PlayStation are already planning their next-generation consoles, they may need to slow down. Xbox reportedly has Project Helix planned for 2027, and Sony is expected to be working on the PS6. But honestly, who is going to rush out and buy another expensive console right now? A lot of people are still trying to afford the current generation. To me, it feels like we are heading into one of the darkest periods in gaming history. Some people may compare it to the video game crash of 1983, but this is a different kind of problem. Back then, the issue was too many bad games and a market collapse. Today, the problem is rising costs, layoffs, subscriptions, giant acquisitions, expensive hardware, and companies chasing profits while developers and fans deal with the fallout. And no, I do not think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to magically save the gaming industry. Yes, GTA 6 is going to be massive. It will probably break records. But one game cannot fix everything. GTA 6 cannot save developers from layoffs. It cannot lower console prices. It cannot fix Xbox's identity crisis. So, will things get better? Hopefully, yes, but it is not going to happen overnight. The gaming industry needs better leadership, better planning, and more respect for the developers who actually make these games. Companies need to stop treating studios like numbers on a spreadsheet. They need to protect creative teams, manage budgets better, and stop making promises they cannot keep. Right now, Xbox fans are confused. Developers are worried, and the future of Double Fine, Compulsion Games, and Ninja Theory is uncertain. Hopefully, all three studios can survive this, whether they stay with Xbox or become independent. But as of right now, this is another bad sign for Xbox, and it shows that the brand still has a long way to go before it can truly turn things around. But what do you think? What is going on at Xbox right now? Do you think these studios will survive? Or do you think Xbox is heading for even more trouble? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter for more gaming news and updates. As always, we'll see you soon.